Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL, and this is another one of my patterns where, inspired by something else, I decided I would just try something different. So it's got basically it's chevrons, but one chevron's a solid, which is the white, and the next chevron after it is four colors. It's a 16 strings coming down from the loop, or 8 strings going into the kumi, which is obviously the smallest number I can do to still have a kumi loop. Um, Basically, there's like 2 knots to each one of the four colors, which is kind of neat. But technically, you like the red, there's 2 on the right and 2 on the left. But the purple being in the center, it only has really 3 knots, although it covers the same sort of space, which is a little bit different, but it works. It looks cool. Um, Again, I had to use my little clicker counter thing to keep track of how many rows there were, and still somehow I managed to get it wrong. I don't know how. I tried at the end of each one of the solid chevrons to go ahead and put in there that, that click. Um, but fortunately, I double checked my work because I'm paranoid about such things, and it worked out really cool. Um, the the center diamond actually is a fun thing as well, because that cold color, the purple, is so minute going down the middle, and then to suddenly become like the big diamond is kind of neat. And it's got the red inside of that, so I don't, there's like these bracelets that are supposed to be like all-seeing eyes or something. I don't know what the technical term is for that or whatever, but it's kind of has that vibe in the middle with all of this extra stuff kind of going around on the outside, which is really, really neat. Um, what else can I tell? Oh, it took about 2 hours to make. So yeah, that's not bad, I guess, for this. It's so much faster for me to have string that's doubled up, not just because it takes up more space and there's fewer knots, but I'm just so much more used to that. It's been kind of my thing for a really long time. Like all my really big projects, I've always had strings that are doubled up. So yeah. Um, if you had been watching the live stream of this, you would see that I also have to wear glasses when working with this. It's small enough that basically old age is kind of hitting me funny, making it so I have to wear glasses while I work. Never used to have to, but it kind of is what it is. Um, you might notice there's a little flaw in one of the purple strings, but when it gets into the space or whatever, it just sort of goes away, and you can't see it anywhere on the bracelet. If I had spotted it kind of before I got started, I might have replaced that string with a different one, but it turns out it really didn't matter anyways. It got kind of buried in there. So what else can I tell you? Again, with the way that I basically do a row and then do the solid, do a row, do the solid, it's funny to me that it's different on from where it's kind of coming downwards in the V shape versus the latter half after the diamond where it's coming in to the V shape. I don't know why. I'm just more comfortable doing it differently, but it just works out really well for me. So um, I don't know. And I do have another version of this planned. I'm kind of excited about, actually. We'll see how that goes. Got a few things going on this week. I'm not sure when I get to working on it. So if you're one of the YouTube members and you're wondering about the gap, yeah, there's some real stuff going on in our life right now. So kind of bear with me while I try to get through the next week or so, and then after that we should be back to normal. So Um, trying to think. Oh, I can go ahead and thank my YouTube members now. Um, guys, thank you very much for helping to support the channel and keeping the string flowing and stuff. If I told you how much I made off of YouTube, you guys would wonder, like, why do I even bother? But I really want to pass on my skills of being able to create new patterns and work out new bracelet designs or making bags or making stuff. I want to pass that on to other people. And I kind of feel like if I were, you know, to pass away or something, at least a lot of what I know is out there on the YouTube for people to see, and they can check it out and they can try making their stuff. And yeah, I think it's kind of leaves me with a cool legacy where people can remember that my biggest hope was to see other people create, you know, cool new projects and have the confidence to go big on some of this stuff. So that's my hopes. See, here's the diamond. Isn't that cool? I really think it just really adds so much to the bracelet itself. I think that was me clearing the counter. My hand went up to the top. It was, yeah, the beginning of doing the other side. So yeah, it's a super pretty bracelet. It really is. Like, if you're looking for something to do that's pretty impressive, this one's pretty neat. And I thought it'd be fun to do it with the white, which is funny because the white and the yellow being both such a bright kind of color or absence of color, they sort of, when you hold it at a distance, it's sort of, I don't know, it adds something to the overall look of the bracelet that like they kind of combined in. I don't know, it's hard to describe. You'll see in the reveal, I guess, when I show off the whole thing. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And these are just leftover strings. The colored ones are leftover strings from one of the rainbow ones from earlier in the month. I just thought I was looking through my little storage boxes, saw these 4 colors, went, yep, I'll be having that. And yeah, I love how it turned out. I really do. I think this is a really fun one. And like I said, it's kind of easy to make. It's not very beginner friendly with all the zigzag knots and the stuff going on in there, but to an experienced knotter, this one really feels like it's pretty darn easy. So just a couple minutes left, and my brain is completely blank. I can't think of what else to tell you about this. Oh, it uses strings pretty evenly, except maybe the white ones get used a lot more, obviously. But there's several of them, and so they kind of go in progression, so it's really not so bad. Yeah, just again, because I cut my string to a length that makes it where I can pretty much make anything. Even my leftovers work out to make things without having any hassle. There was no problem with it. Obviously, when I cut the white string, I had to take 2 skeins to be able to make 4 strings, right? So I cut it in thirds. That means I have 2 pieces left over for a future project. So if I choose to try to make the next one, like I'm thinking, with the white string, I only need 1 skein because I'll have the leftover to be able to add the 4th one to it. And yeah, this is probably what I'm going to do. I'm really leaning towards this idea. So yeah. I kind of wish I could be like, here, this is what I'm gonna make, but I haven't made it yet. Like, it's funny to me because like in my head, I already know exactly what I'm gonna do, and I can already imagine exactly how it's gonna turn out, and I'm really excited for that. And yet I have no way of like showing you guys. I don't have a sketch or anything put together yet. It's just the next progression of this. So, oh, and you'll notice like it keeps wanting to kind of, on the, at least this latter half, it wants to kind of curve to the right, and you'll notice me pulling it back and keeping it in shape. That's something you kind of have to do no matter what kind of bracelet you're working on, is keep it in line. Don't let it get away from you, and it'll turn out just fine. All right, here's the end of it. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, hit that like button, please do. And as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.